Welcome. Today, we're going to go way beyond just writing clever prompts. We're talking about truly advanced generative AI skills. You'll see we're going to break down that huge leap from being someone who just uses AI to someone who really strategically leads with it, especially in a professional customer service world. So let's dive right in. And hey, just a quick note before we get going. Everything we're covering in this explainer comes directly from Chapter 5 of the Developing a Generative AI Training Program for Customer Service Excellence tutorial, which is from Virtualization Options LLC. So yeah, we're sticking right to that source material. So I want to kick things off with a question that really gets to the heart of all this. Are you just, using AI, kind of reacting to what it can do, or are you ready to start leading with it, actually architecting how it's used to get real results for your business? Believe me, that shift in your mindset, it's everything. And that leads us right into our first big idea. We need to redefine what advanced even means when we talk about AI skills. We're about to give that word a much more powerful, much more strategic definition. I mean, really think about it for a second. What's the thing that separates a pretty good AI user from a truly great one? I'll tell you what it's not. It's not about knowing some secret list of magic words. No, the difference is way more fundamental. It's all about going from these one-off little successes to building systems that can scale. So here it is. Here's the new definition we're running with. Advanced prompt engineering, it isn't about crafting one single super complex prompt. It's about developing your own custom methods and creating assets for your organization, things like templates and libraries that systematize AI knowledge for your entire team. The big shift here is this. You stop being just a prompt writer and you become an architect of your company's entire AI capability. It's a whole different ballgame. Okay, so how do you even start building a system like that? Well, it all begins with the most foundational step for any pioneer. You've got to create a solid, reusable base of knowledge. And you do that by building a prompt library. Now, building this library isn't something you just throw together. It's a methodical process. You start by digging into your data and identifying those high-value scenarios. Then you develop templates with really clear placeholders. After that, you've got to test and validate them in the real world. Then you document everything so it's easy for people to find and use. And finally, you train your team and you keep it updated. See, this isn't a one-and-done project. It's a living, breathing system that captures your team's best work. All right, so you've got that foundation in place. What's next? The next stage is all about relentless refinement. Building the library, that's step one. But optimizing it for peak performance, well, that's step two. The really elite prompt engineers, they treat this whole process like a science experiment. They use methods like A/B testing. You take your normal baseline prompt, and then you create a variant by just changing one little thing, maybe the order of the instructions or how much context you give it. You deploy both, you measure the results, and you get real data that answers the important questions. Which one makes customers happier? Which one saves more time? This way, data is driving your improvements, not just guesswork. Now here is a fantastic pro-level tip straight from the source material. Just by adding this one simple sentence to your prompt, you're using a technique called chain of thought prompting. It literally forces the AI to show its work, to reveal its logic. And that is incredibly useful, because if the output is a little off, you can look at its reasoning and see exactly where things went sideways. And then you can go back and fix your prompt with surgical precision. Okay, this next part it's just absolutely critical for anyone who wants to be a true expert. It's not just about knowing what the AI can do, it's about having a deep understanding of what it can't do. True mastery means you know the boundaries and you know how to navigate the tool's built-in weaknesses. An advanced user, a real pioneer, has to be an expert in these four areas. You've got to be able to spot hallucinations. That's when the AI just kind of makes stuff up. You have to be thinking about bias and fairness in every single output. You have to understand its memory limits, its context window. And maybe most importantly, you have to be able to identify those situations that absolutely require a human and only a human. And that gets to this really core idea of what true expertise looks like. The pinnacle of professional judgment isn't just knowing how to use a tool really well. It's knowing when to put the tool down. For things like sensitive legal issues, or mental health crises, or really complex negotiations, the right move is always going to be to rely on human expertise. That strategic restraint, that is the ultimate advanced skill. So you've systematized your knowledge, you're constantly optimizing performance, and you've mastered the limitations. The final stage of this journey is to scale your expertise across the entire organization and prove its value. And this is where your impact can totally explode. The skills and the prompts you develop for customer service, they are highly adaptable. I mean, just look at this. The source material shows that a whopping 90% of these prompts can be modified for the training and development team. All of a sudden, you're not just a customer service expert. You're a resource for the product team, for marketing. Your expertise becomes this high-value asset for the entire company.
But listen, to prove that value, you have to get past people's subjective opinions. And that's where a custom evaluation framework like this comes in. It lets you objectively measure the quality of the AI outputs. You can score things like accuracy, tone, how much time it's saving, and the actual impact on customers. This is how you build a real business case and show a tangible return on your investment.
So there you have it. We've got on this whole journey from practitioner to pioneer. You've seen how to build the systems, how to optimize with real data, master the limitations, and then scale your impact. You literally have the map now. So the only question left is, what new territory are you going to claim first?